Okay, I want to talk about brainstorming. I have wrote some questions here. For example, what is the meaning of brainstorm? I mean, the definition of brainstorming, and then what is brainstorming techniques, and why use brainstorming with some, strategies and also solution. All right, let's start with the first question here. Which is definition. It means hold a group discussion to produce ideas. It can be individual also, thinking to produce ideas. A brainstorming session, generating many basis ideas, radical and also creative ideas. How often we use how often actually should make question like this. How often have we used brainstorming to solve a problem? Probably we have used it at least once. Even we didn't realize it. Actually, for decades, people use brainstorming to generate ideas and to come up with creative, solutions and strategies to problems. However, we need to use brainstorming correctly to be fully, effective. Actually, in this lecture, I will look at what it is and why it is useful, and also how to get the best from it. I have found a book which is the first, it's considered one of the first book, one of the first source, for brainstorming, which published in 1953 by Alex Osborne. The name of the book is Applied Imagination. Applied Imagination actually was very good for that time for scholars, and then scholars and also researchers have made many improvements on their original technique. Okay, here, the approach is describing here, takes this research into account, and besides, it is subtly different from Osborne's, approach to some extent. Okay, brainstorming combines a relaxed and private and also informal approach to problem solving with sidelong thinking. It actually encourages people to, or can we say to come up with thoughts and ideas. At first, even seem a bit crazy, and also not good actually ideas. Some of these ideas can be built into original and also creative solution to a problem, while others can spark even actually more ideas, more opinions. These actually help us to get separated from our normal and our usual practices. Get out of our normal ways. Therefore, during actually brainstorming sessions, we should avoid criticism. We should avoid punishing, and we should avoid, for example, rewarding ideas. We are trying to open up opportunities, and then we are trying to open up possibilities, and also break down incorrect hypotheses, incorrect assumptions. Okay, here, in addition to, we should avoid judgment and analysis at this stage, and also we should avoid to limit, creativity. Okay, Another question here is, why use brainstorming? Actually, it is very important to start with a structured, process, with a, analytical process to get some solutions. This can lead a group to develop limited and also unimaginative ideas. By contrast, here, brainstorming provides a free and also open environment that actually encourage everyone to participate. So all participants are encouraged to fully help to develop and to reach a set of creative solutions. Here I have some points regarding individual and also group brainstorming. Several studies have shown that individual brainstormings produces more and also often better ideas than group brainstorming. This occurs because most of the time people don't pay attention to other people who generate ideas of their own, because they forget these ideas while they are waiting for their turn to speak. This is called blocking. There are some tips here which may help us. Choose a comfortable place to sit and think, and then minimize distractions actually this can help us to focus on the problem. And then use mind map to arrange and also develop ideas. Individual brainstorming is most effective when you need to solve a simple problem, generate a list of ideas or focus on a broad issue. But group brainstorming is often more effective for solving complex problems. Okay, now here I have some tools, how to use the tool. Actually, there are some steps. For example, step 1 is prepare the group. Step 2, present the problem. Step 3, guide the discussion. Step 4, taking your brainstorming further. And then next step, which is taking action. I am trying to describe 2 steps, step 1 and 2, prepare the group. Here we should actually take into account to some tips. Set up a comfortable meeting environment and also consider how much information and preparation does your team need, and consider who will attend. Try to actually include people from a wide spectrum of disciplines, and also include people who have a variety of different thinking styles. And then if people, this is very actually good, if people, the group which you will invite aren't used to working together, consider using an appropriate, for example, warm-up exercise or an icebreaker. And then another step is present the problem. We have to clarify the problem. We have to define clearly the problem that we want to solve it. And then make it clear that the meeting's objective is to generate as many ideas as possible. And then give group plenty of time. This is very important, I think so. Plenty of time at the start, of the session to write down their ideas, as many as they can. And the last is ask them to share their ideas. Give everyone to fair opportunities to contribute. Okay. I have some key points here When managed well, brainstorming can help us generate, as I said earlier, generate radical and base, solutions to problem. It can also encourage us to commit, to solutions, because we are provided data. We are played a role in developing those complex problems. And the best approach combine individual and group brainstorming together. During the process, there should be no criticism of ideas, and also creativity should be encouraged. No creativity should be encouraged. In the end, I want to tell you, this is good to have skills for a happy and also success career. And we should consider that it is only one way to brainstorm. Okay, thank you.
Actually, I should again inform you that perhaps actually this was one of the best lectures you've ever given so far, and this is wonderful.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm excited.
You're welcome.
I'm excited.
I just told the truth, and that's what it is. And also, I really like this topic. Brainstorming, because this is what I generally do. And when deals with a problem, I suppose the best way to just provide solutions to the problem actually is through brainstorming, and as you explained about that. So here are some mispronunciations, and after a while actually we focus on some further questions. Generate, the first syllable. Generate. And you said basis ideas, but it is basic ideas. And it is technique. Second syllable. And realize. Not realize. One of the first sources, not source. You said one of the first source.
Yeah.
The approach is describing here. You said the approach is describing here. The approach is described here. Passive.
Or the approach, because I am talking, so that's why I said the approach is describing.
The approach is described. You should put it in a passive voice. You see?
I am describing, not
yes.
The approach. Because
the approach cannot describe itself. It needs somebody to describe it. Okay, and the next point is, you said it encourages we to do. It encourages us to do something. And also you said, yeah, it's like Su or South Su.
Yeah, sweet.
And you said in addition to, we should blah blah blah, but no, in addition to, after that you should not have a comma. You say additionally we should do something like this, we should do something additionally.
In addition to in addition to above, something like this.
Yeah, after in addition to, we should use a noun phrase without any comma. But here, actually, in order to actually connect that without any use of comma, you should say additionally.
Additionally.
That is the difference between additionally and in addition to. They have the same meaning, but they should not be used in the same place or context. The function actually is rather different. And develop. You said develop.
Eh, I try to use to change my pronunciation.
No, it was develop or something. Develop. It must be develop.
Develop.
Yeah. And the next one is occur. You said occur or something. Occur.
Occur.
And you said and then, but you should say and then. Then and then are not the same.
Then.
Yes, and then. Afterwards. No.
And then. Okay.
Yeah. And you said success career. It must be successful career. The rest was really good, and also that I really liked that part about being an icebreaker, and also the difference between individual and collective or group brainstorming, and the pluses and minuses of each. Yeah.